All right, guys, you got your P-Tech degree or you're finishing up process technology courses or the class, and it's time to get a job. What's going on, YouTube? T Wells here, back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to help you get your job in process operations as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Okay, first thing first, make sure you write all this down or watch this video as many times as you need to. I'm gonna give you the steps that I did to get my job in process operations. Number one, your resume. Your resume has to be on point, okay? Not only does it have to be free of grammatical errors, but you need to have keywords in your resume. When I mean keywords such as safety, team player, words that are found in the job description, far as able to follow a procedure or able to complete a task from start to finish in a timely and safely manner. These type of phrases and words are going to get picked up in the company's system when you submit your application with your resume, okay? So whenever you're applying for these huge companies such as Shell, Chevron, Exxon, Marathon, Ineos, Dow Chemical, the list goes on and on and on. They're getting thousands of applications every time they post a job in this particular field or any field. Your resume has to stand out. So that's why I'm telling you have to have these keywords in there, and it needs to be grammatically correct as well. So make sure that resume is on point. When you get your resume on point, get it revised. If you're in school right now, there should be like a business department or English department at your college, or if you know someone who's really well at doing resume, they have plenty of resources online to go over the resume after you've put in the keywords to get it revised and get it ready to submit, okay? Next thing, you have to put a lot of applications out. That's what I did. I was putting out at least 30 applications a week. Now, I only did this for 3 weeks, so that's 90 applications total. That's a lot of volume. You don't know who or where you're gonna be for this type of job. Me, I was willing to move anywhere out of Mississippi. I mainly focus here on Houston, but I've put applications out in California, Louisiana, Kentucky, Florida, Alabama. There are plenty of these jobs all over the U.S. I just wanted to stay in the South region, but California actually called me first. So any of you that's looking to move or willing to move, these jobs are available all over the country and as well as outside of the country. There are job positions over in Australia, in Africa. There are some down in South America. I know for sure down in Venezuela or Brazil. It's so many places where you can get a job in process operations if you're willing to move. Now, if you don't want to move, let's just say you only want to come here to Houston, there's plenty of companies here. You may not be able to put in 90 applications, but you can at least put in 20 here in Houston, okay? So make sure you get the volume out there. All right, the next thing, when you get these applications in and they accept you, you're gonna have to take tests. Now, back when I was applying for my job, we had in-person tests. I don't know if they still do that now, but if not, you have to do the test online. You have to pass the test. You have to be prepared for the test. You need to do practice tests. They're kind of similar to the ASVAB. So you're gonna have mechanical aptitude test. You're gonna have a behavioral section on your test. You're gonna have maybe a science or some type of chart reading section where you have to look at a chart and determine from this chart what moves I need to make for the answer that I need to get, okay? Also too, going back to the behavioral section, you have to be consistent with your answers. So there are gonna be questions like, what do you do at a yellow light? A, I slow down, get ready to stop. B, I speed through it. C, I don't know what to do. Or D, I just pick another lane and try to get through it, whatever. You wanna go with the safest option on these behavior questions because that's what they're looking for. If you choose, hey, I'm flying through the yellow light, that lets them know, okay, hey, this guy's risky or this woman's risky. They're not gonna look at a caution sign or a warning label and actually abide by what's on the warning label or caution label, okay? So you need to be prepared for these tests. You have to pass the test to get to the next level. All right, after you got the resume, after you put in the volume of applications, Now you got your test, you passed your test. Now you need to be ready for the interview. This is where the separation is going to begin, right here in the interview. You want to be prepared, you want to be on time. Actually, you don't want to be on time, you want to be early, at least 30 minutes early. I can't tell you how many guys have lost the potential job just by showing up 5 minutes late because of traffic and any other excuse. Oh man, my car wouldn't start. They're not trying to hear none of that. Okay? So you want to be prepared for the interview. There are interview questions. I'm actually gonna make another video on the interview questions. If you guys would like to see that, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll make a video breaking down the questions, and I'll actually have somebody on so you kind of get a feel for what it's gonna look like when you're actually in these interviews. Okay? So you gotta make sure you're presentable in your interview. You're not going there with a 3-piece suit or the sexiest dress you got in your closet, ladies. You want to go in there kind of business casual. Fellas, I would say just a nice button-down shirt. The tie's optional. Some nice pants. I would prefer you do khaki pants because it's a blue collar position we're going for. And some nice shoes. Make sure you're shaved for the fellas. Ladies, make sure your hair is your hair is, I would say, just you do a straight style or some type of style where your hair is pulled back. Kind of simulates what you're going to be doing for the job position. So you don't want to be all glammed up when your day-to-day you're not going to be like that in the field. Okay? So you got the interview, you got your look right, you need to have confidence, you need to be sitting up straight, you need to have eye contact, all the basics of an interview. And if you're not comfortable or you don't know how to present yourself in an interview, let me know in the comments, man. I will help you as best I can if you're really trying to get a position in process operations, okay? All right, so you got the interview down. Let's go back to the beginning. You got the resume, you got the volume of applications out, you got the testing down, you got your interview the interview. Then the last thing to get into your job is gonna be all your background checks. So make sure your background is good. Hey, you really don't want to have a criminal record. You don't have anything that kind of could deter you from getting this position. Also, too, they're going to do extensive drug tests, not just P tests. They're going to do hair. Some companies may even draw blood. It just depends. So you want to make sure your background's all clean. You're good to go. And if you follow those 5 steps, resume, the volume applications, pass the test, you do the interviews, and then your background's good, man, you should be good to go. Also, too, another way to help you get